Senator Hughes.
Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. The irresponsibility that we are currently seeing from the Labor Party is just their latest example of the politicisation of the COVID-19 pandemic. We saw when they couldn't get any traction, when they were being supportive of what they should have been the fantastic efforts made by the Morrison government to keep Australia as one of the safest countries in the world with the most minimal economic of impacts felt. We have weathered this storm better than most other countries. But when that bipartisan support wasn't quite working out anymore, we've seen an overt politicisation in every single way they could possibly come up with. And this is just another example of that. And so rather than working to support everyday Australians and demonstrate some restraint, they're continuing to draw focus away from health advice that this government looks to. The Morrison government is focused on a safe and effective vaccine rollout, and just to confirm, it'll be a free and voluntary vaccine rollout. But I do welcome today that the Prime Minister has spoken to Mr Kelly, and I look forward to everyone in this place getting behind the vaccine rollout in a positive way, that Australians will have confidence in the vaccine solution. But I have a particular interest in this debate. As most of you know, I have an absolutely gorgeous son who has autism. His autism was caused in utero, genetically, not because of any actions of the parents, and certainly not because of vaccines. So much time, effort and money has been wasted on autism because of a fraudulent belief in the work of a discredited doctor, Dr. Andrew Wakefield. He is a fraud who has been struck off, who has absolutely destroyed many parents' confidence in a vaccine for their children under this belief that somehow autism is a fate worse than death, even if it was true, which we know it is not. So the tinfoil hat brigade, who love to grasp to vaccines causing autism, and I can assure you it doesn't, none of them do, that they are continuing to cling to some form of conspiracy theory. We remember it was 5G that caused COVID. There was probably a few other things I've forgotten. It's been quite the year, but the 5G particularly stands out. That Bill Gates was looking just to microchip us all. I can tell you when you've got a kid with autism that runs away, the microchip is not a bad idea at times, but I digress. But the conspiracy theorists that were continually trying to undermine COVID efforts, that the virus wasn't real, it was some form of conspiracy, these are fundamentally buying into the anti-vaccine message. And we need to work not as government purely and solely, but as a parliament, as leaders of this country, to ensure that all Australians have confidence in the vaccine so that they will go out, even though it is free and voluntary, and receive the vaccine as soon as they are eligible. And the Health Minister, along with the Prime Minister, has worked incredibly hard to ensure that Australians will be protected by enough vaccines, that the TGA approval has been done to give Australians confidence in the safety and the security of the vaccines, that the rollout of them occurs in a way that adheres to the best possible health and medical advice. So fear-mongering about vaccines, whoever it's by, is wrong, but giving it additional airtime is worse. These ideas, these notions that we all know are incorrect, should be ignored. By highlighting them to Australians, it is undermining confidence, which is the last thing we should be doing. The rollout is the only way we will get our lives back to normal, that we'll start to see travel and the country open up, international borders open up, that we can start to reduce the overreactions and knee-jerk reactions of premiers desperate to lock their state down just before each election that they face. We need to ensure that Australians have confidence, feel safe and secure to receive the vaccine, to be part of the program, and allow all Australians to return to the life they had pre-2020.
Authorised by Holly Hughes, Liberal Party, Sydney.